You're listening to The Breakfast Show with Ben and Liam. They're on your radio, and that's why you can't see them. So stay for a while, they're gonna make you smile. And whatever you do, don't touch that dial. You're feeling fine, waking up to the sunshine with Ben and Liam.
Now, Liam, I know you're not a fan of tennis superstar Nick Kyrgios.
Well, I'm not a fan of many tennis players. I think most of them are turds.
Yeah, you famously said that a lot of times on this show.
I think that was the name of our first Nova podcast.
I think
tennis players are turds.
But it turns out that Nick Kyrgios is not the only member of his family with a special talent. His sister, Halima Kyrgios, is one hell of a singer.
Right.
She was on The Voice Blind auditions. She sang Chains from Tina Arena. All four judges turned around, and rightly so. Have a listen to her voice.
But I know, baby.
Hit it. Yeah, there it is. Ooh, baby.
Such a good voice. And that wasn't even the big finish. Then she hits the same note, but even bigger at the end of the song.
If I was Keith Urban, I'd be spinning around in my chair so fast I'd have whiplash.
Talk about pressure, though, because while she was singing, Mum and Dad are on like a Zoom screen watching her, and after she's finished, her brother Nick walks into the screen. The judges said, Nick, what did you think of your sister's performance? This is what he said.
I just flew back from Sydney, so I missed it.
Classic Kyrgios. Coming back to my original statement, and I've never actually supported her, so I don't really care.
I mean, well done for her, though. I mean, it'd be tough because she would be living in his shadow, and then
absolutely,
she's just blowing everyone out
and
of the
hopefully
water.
She can get out of that shadow. Do you remember the last time we did something?
I do, yeah.
Is this what you're leading into?
I'm thinking we do Are You Living in Your Sibling's Shadow? Have a listen. This is the last time we did it. These calls were incredible.
I actually clean for a living. I run my own cleaning business. My sister is kind of famous in Canada. She's got her own makeup segment on Entertainment Tonight.
Well, I'm actually a stay-home mother of 5 at this point. Well, the sibling, we played hockey all our lives together. She ended up going to 3 Olympic gold, and then one of those vomiting kind of overachievers. She's now a doctor.
Oh, come on.
Are you serious?
Let's do it. 13 24 10. That is the number. Are you living in your sibling's shadow?
If you get in touch for this one, we'll give you a $100 Iconic voucher. Shop the Iconic for toys, baby, gifts and kids wear. No queuing, just fast delivery and free returns. Shoptheiconic.com.au.
13 24 10. That is the number. Are you living in your sibling's shadow? On the text line, Lisa said, I got a 92 ATAR. My sister got 98. I became a physio. She became a doctor. I had a daughter. She had twin daughters. Always beats me at everything.
Damn. Sarah, what do you do?
Hey, Ben and Liam, I'm a primary school teacher, and my sibling started his own business a couple of months ago, and last month he made $50,000 in revenue.
What?
How's he done that?
What does he? Can you say what he does?
Look, let's just say he's the older sibling, so obviously, I'm always the one who has to do everything on my own, and, my parents have always supported him, my grandparents always supported him, so it's pretty tough being a younger sibling.
Yeah. I mean, primary school teacher, great job, though.
And back on that
Thank
business,
you.
can we ask what that business is again, or would you rather not say?
I don't think I should really...
It's drugs, isn't it?
It's
It's drugs.
It's either drugs or he's developed an app. That's the only two things I can
That's the
think
only
of.
way you can get $50,000 of revenue in 2 months.
Thanks
My
for
goodness.
that, Sarah. Appreciate it.
Kelsey, what do you do?
I work in insurance.
Okay.
car insurance.
And, look, that's a respectable position in the modern world. And what is your sibling doing?
My little brother is a model, so he's gone over to Milan and Paris and been a model.
Paris. They are such model places to go.
Mum and Dad are very proud of their model son.
It's like I'm not existent to Mum sometimes. It's like she's only got the one child.
But you know what? I bet Josh can't get a good deal on comprehensive car insurance, can he?
It's time to stop putting off your trips and start celebrating summer with an amazing getaway.
Whatif.com has all kinds of accommodation options all around Oz.
Check him out on the What If app.
What if? It's Aussie for travel.
Liam, we're in the golden age of streaming. We're spoilt for choice these days. But I asked you, what did you watch last night? And it blew me away.
All right, so I've been a little behind the 8 ball on some of the memes coming out about the shows relevant at the moment because last night I was watching New Tricks.
It's alright, it's okay.
You ever seen New Tricks?
I have never seen it, nor have I ever heard of it existing.
It's a great show. It really is. It's like a British cop show, just full of shenanigans. So you got this superintendent Sandra, and her career is kind of slipping. So she hires these 3 geriatric police officers to help with her unsolved cases.
Right.
So they're just they're old and they're grumpy, but they still get the police work done. And so after 12 seasons though, unfortunately there won't be a 13th. Because Dennis Waterman, who plays Jerry, the grumpiest one in the show, he died last month from old age, which is a little sad. So he was kind of my favourite in the show.
Did your mum and dad watch it growing up?
My grandparents, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, it used to be on the ABC.
If I wanted to watch New Tricks now, would it be on iView, or how would I find that?
Yeah, and I had to download a couple. It is a little bit of a tricky show to find. But yeah, look, it's probably it's sort of like a bit of a guilty pleasure. And I think I've got a theory that everyone's got at least one old person show that they like to watch.
I reckon you bang on there, Liam. It'd be hypocritical of me to make too much fun of you though, because there is an old person show that I absolutely love called Bargain Hunt.
Even from the theme, this dates it. This is made for people 65 and up.
I genuinely love watching Bargain Hunt and the format that it provides. So essentially, there's 2 teams. They go to antique stores and they go to yard sales and stuff. Yeah. And they get given a budget. So you have $100, I have $100.
Okay.
You go and spend it at these garage sales and stuff. You buy something that you think's a bargain, and then they sell it at auction, and whoever makes more of a profit wins the prize money.
How much profit are they making on Bargain Hunt?
About $20 or pounds. It's like 20. They literally go, "You want £20?"
Jan's made a profit of £20, winning this week's Bargain Hunt.
All right, let's see if the theory really is true. Do you watch an old person's show? Give us a buzz. Elise joins us now. What show do you like watching?
Hey, Ben and Lean. I love Frasier.
But I don't know what to do with those tossed salads and scrambled eggs.
If I had to choose between MASH and Frasier, I'd be going MASH, I reckon.
How old are you?
I'm 29.
Yeah, that's too young to be enjoying
Is
Frasier.
it though? I didn't realise until recently. I think I saw a video on TikTok or something.
A radio host.
Is he a radio host?
Yes. Yeah.
So that's, maybe that would be up our alley. And doesn't he have a really wide sort of crazy producer?
Yeah, Roz. Yeah, she's pretty funny.
Yeah, Roz. Yeah, that's like our producer Belle.
100%.
Maybe you would like Frasier. Yeah.
All right, maybe I'll check Frasier out. Okay.
Well, maybe you've twisted our arm. Okay, we're going to move to Chris. You watch an old person's show, mate?
Blue Heelers. I'm not sure if you heard of it.
How old are you?
I'm 31, mate, so I've around for the originals on the TV.
How many seasons of Blue Heelers are there?
Well, there's 14 seasons, and
wow,
Prime playing them back to back.
Oh, Amazon Prime's got it. I don't know. That must have been the cheapest deal that Amazon Prime ever made. How much for Blue Heelers? Yeah, we'll give you $800 for it. Yeah, that sounds good.
Love rap, there's a love rap. Love rap, there's a love rap.
Love rap at nova.com.au. If you would like to reach out to the Love Rat, that is the email you jump on, just like Jess has here. She said, "Hey rats." Hang on, we're not rats, by the way. Belle's the Love Rat.
No, when we are all on air together, we all become rats.
We're just the guys.
Liam and I are a couple of cats.
Cats and rats. That should be the name of today's podcast. Okay. Anyway, she said, "Hey rats, I've just become official with my new boyfriend and come across something I wanted to run past you guys. I've always kept a list of previous partners." Oh, okay.
Like contact information?
Oh, no, I don't think that's what she's referring to. But when I asked him, he said he never has. I have a lot on my list, and now I'm a bit concerned. Is this weird?
Jess, straight up, no. I think it's totally fine because I do the same thing. I have always kept a list. of previous partners.
Why don't you just keep a list in your head, you know?
No, because
that way, if you ever get into a serious relationship, you don't have to burn the files. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, but I think it's. I would rather present mine, not burn it. Present it and go. Look,
I don't think you want a list of. You don't want a list of names that people are going to hunt over the next 5 years. I'm going to look every one of you up.
No, but it's more so your new partner can be like, oh, okay, you've only been with one person, or you've only been with two, or you've been with.
What do you mean? You just have that conversation. So what? Yeah. Hang on. What is on your list? What is a list? Like, what do you mean?
My list is my names.
So you got names?
It's in my phone notes.
Is it just names?
It's some have notes. So I've got some that are like, really nice, like kind of a bit clingy. Don't go back.
What is that? So you look back at your list and go, oh, I've got a reference here for this person.
Fernando, he was nice. Oh no, wait, no, it says here that he had a bit of a BO issue.
No, but I think because when you grow up and losing your virginity is a huge thing, and everyone's going, oh, you've got to take it seriously, and once you step over that, it's a huge change in your life. All of that. I think once you do that, it's still a big thing in your life to kind of keep these people close and in your head instead of being like throwing it out there and giving it away and kind of willy-nilly.
In your head, not written down in your phone notes.
I don't know. It's special.
Taylor
to me,
Jones,
it's special.
newsreader extraordinaire. What are your thoughts on the list, Kieran?
I don't want to take the attention off Belle. I want to read the list so bad.
I'm
really hoping we get to after.
Just lifted her jumper up and just got a tattoo on her ribs of all of the previous partners. She's like, I believe in keeping them around.
Now, Taylor, after the show, we can go through it if you want.
Oh, please. I cannot wait. No, I'm with you guys. Like, I mentally keep a list, but I'm not like you, Belle. I don't have it jotted down. I don't think there's an issue with that, though, either.
I think if it's mentally there.
Let's open up the phone lines. 13 24 10. Keeping a list. Do you do it? Do you not do it? What do you reckon? 13 24 10.
It's not weird.
Lauren, have you got a list?
Yeah, I have a list. And it's probably a little bit more detailed than a list. It has like a rating scale, so like what they were like, and like a bit of a detailed description with it as well.
So it's like an Excel spreadsheet. So you've got pie charts of people's performance and whatnot.
Do you show anyone that, or is that just purely for you?
My friends want me to write a book based on it, so I guess I've shown people.
What would the book be called?
42 and just a few.
Okay. I'm glad you thought that through, Lauren.
Lauren, I'll buy that.
A Disneyland in Aldinga? Well, that's the headline in the paper. So Ben and I decided to dig a little deeper. A special Ben and Liam investigation.
It's been a while, Liam, since you and I have put on the journalist caps.
Yeah, well, I went to university for 6 weeks.
You studied media.
Yeah, well, I rubbed shoulders with a lot of people doing journalism degrees, and I passed on a thing or two to you. So, but that didn't stop us from digging into many things in the past. And look, where there's smoke, there's normally fire, and there is genuinely, like, you can look this up. There's rumours about a Disneyland in Aldinga of all places. It does seem a little wild. I mean, if there was going to be one, you'd think maybe the Gold Coast, or even if it was in South Australia, it'd be maybe closer to Adelaide. But Aldinga, why? I don't know. Well, Ben and I thought we needed to get to the bottom of it.
First up in our investigation, we decided to call the Aldinga servo to see if they noticed any suspicious activity.
Hola, Aldinga, Ali speaking.
Ali, I don't want to scare you, but we're doing an investigative piece. Disneyland could be coming to Aldinga any day now. Just checking, at your servo, has any suits rolled through lately? Anyone looking like Disney-ish?
Nothing out of the ordinary. No.
Okay. You haven't seen anybody walking around with, like, mousy-looking features?
No.
Okay, no, Mickey. You haven't seen a frozen head, have you? The frozen head of Walt Disney?
No, I haven't.
Interesting. This could mean one of two things. Either Walt Disney's cryogenically frozen body was never in Aldinga, or they just didn't stop for petrol.
Next up, we decided to call the Aldinga residents.
I've got no idea what you're talking about, sorry.
No, sorry. No, I haven't, sorry.
To Aldinga? No way, man.
Don't call me man. I'm a journalist.
Turns out the Aldinga residents didn't know a thing.
Unless they were being paid off by Mickey, a.k.a. Uncle Walt.
We decided to go straight to the top. The man who can't be bought. Our premier,
Peter Malinauskas.
Hi, the person you have called is not available.
The Premier was ducking our calls. That could mean only one of two things.
He was either working on his rock hard abs, or he was currently in a meeting on a little teacup ride, selling our whole state to a multinational conglomerate.
That sounds scary.
It is, Ben. It is.
We went straight to the source. We'd had enough. We called Disneyland, California.
And spoke to the lady on the front desk.
Thank you for calling Guest Information and Ticket Sales. How may I assist?
Well, hi there. We're Ben and Liam. We're investigative journalists currently doing a piece on the Disneyland theme park coming to ALDINGA, South Australia. Do you know anything about that?
We actually have no further information on that. We haven't heard anything yet.
So you're not saying no?
I am saying we don't have information at this time.
There's a Disneyland in Anaheim, Orlando, Paris, Shanghai, Hong Kong and Tokyo. You haven't seen any plans lying around for one to be built in ALDINGA, or?
I cannot, I have no idea. It would be great, of course, but...
Starting to seem like there could be a Disneyland coming to ALDINGA.
No, there isn't as of right now. We don't have any information on that. Thank you very much for calling Disney. Hope you have a magical day. Take care.
Why, thank you, ma'am. We did have a magical day. For journalism, that is.
So in summary, we learnt... What did we learn, Liam?
Yeah, there's a potential that there could be a... I don't really have a straight answer.
I don't think there is.
We put a fair bit of work into it, so I don't know. She was definitely gave us the wrap up there at the end, though. I
think she was nervous because she was being recorded.
Yeah, that does tend to scare people sometimes.
Liam, yesterday you were talking about your noisy neighbours.
Yes, I live next to a fencing club, and it's very loud, very hard to sleep when you're hearing this all night.
And then I said to you, Liam, well, why don't you fight them? And this was your response.
What, you mean fist fight or actually get a sword?
Up to you.
Okay. Imagine that, like, though, if the fencing club is like, they're really getting under my skin one night and I just kick down the double doors and I've got the full kit on with 2 fencing swords and I've trained and I'm like, all right, who wants me? Like, I don't know if you've seen Revenge of the Sith, but General Grievous, that's how I'd come in. It's a nice thought, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a great thought. And guess who was listening to the show yesterday?
I'm assuming someone from the fencing club.
Yes.
Okay, right.
We're joined now by Alison from the fencing club. Good morning, Alison.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, Alison. I mean, I'm a little sleep deprived, because of the obvious, obviously.
What do you do at the fencing club, Alison?
Generally fence.
But what's your... It's a good response.
Bloody got you. See, she's coming on with the attitude, just keeping me up all night.
What is your role within the team?
My role is actually secretary of the Odds Club, so that is the fencing club that is keeping you awake.
Excellent. So do you take complaints as well? Because I don't know whether to go through you or the council or the police.
I'd be the right person to complain to. I'd be perfect for that as the secretary. I could share the complaint with the committee.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I suppose what I would like perfectly is maybe you just stop fencing altogether. I don't know if we could arrange that.
Oh, no, we've been there longer than you have, so we ain't going anywhere.
That's a good point, Alison.
How long have you been there for?
The club's actually the oldest one in the States. So it's been going for 85 years this year.
Okay, I was going to try and claim that whatever you said, I was going to say, well, I've been there 1 year longer, but I've not been living in my house for 86 years. Do you have to fence so aggressively? I mean, it's the aggressiveness that's keeping me up.
Well, the whole point of once you're on the piste is that you're aggressive and you need to get that touch and win the bout. Because otherwise it's wimpy and boring to watch and,
Yeah, I know, but my girlfriend's a nurse. She needs her sleep. I've got a dog. You're keeping him up as well.
Clearly we need to think of some sort of resolution here.
Alison, I think I've got a resolution already.
Do you?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to fight you. I'd like to do what I said yesterday. I would like to come. I would like 2 swords. And
you can only have one.
Okay, I'll have one big one. I take you on. If you win the duel, then I will stop complaining and you'll never hear from me again. However, if I beat you, you and your fences need to clear out of the neighbourhood.
And just out of curiosity, how tall are you?
I am 181 centimetres of twisted steel and sex appeal.
And I'm 153 centimetres of 61-year-old little old lady.
So we should have a very above-the-board fair fight on our hands. Well, you best start sending some emails to some other councils to find a new place for your spot because how old are you? You're a 61-year-old woman?
No, I'm 60. I'm not quite 61. But
okay.
Yeah, and I've only been fencing for about 3 years, so I'm a newbie.
I'll tell you one thing, Alison, you're going to feel like you're 61 when I'm finished with you.
Alison, I think the way a duel works is both parties have to accept said duel. So do you accept Liam's challenge?
I will accept this challenge, and then we can work out how many points we go to in the bout.
To make it official, do one of us have to slap the other with a glove at some point to start?
No, but we could always do that just for fun. And
maybe. Yeah, maybe. All right, I'll bring a pair of gloves tonight. I'll meet you at the... I know where it is because I live next to it. I'll bring Ben with me, and honestly, if we're on, we're on. We will actually do this tonight.
Sounds like a very good plan.
All right. Okay. It is on like Donkey Kong. Make sure you tune in tomorrow to hear how our fight with this woman goes.
Liam, did you just challenge a 51-year-old woman called Alison to a fight?
Yeah, and I think I also said I'd smash her so hard that she'd feel 10 years older at some point. Yeah, obviously, I'll do it like within the sports regulations.
I'll head along. I'll record it so you can hear how it goes tomorrow morning.
I'm excited for this. All right.
I reckon you might have a...
The members are going to be so sour at me when they realise they have to like dismantle their little club. Look, Ben, I apologise if I come into work a little grumpy sometimes. It's because I've not been getting much sleep lately because I live next to, and this is crazy, a fencing club. It's very hard to sleep when you're hearing that noise all night. So we're talking about it a bit this week, and we got the woman who ran the club on.
Yeah.
And she was 60 years old. Her name's Alison.
And you challenged her to a fight, Liam.
Yes, I slapped her in the face with a glove and said, we'll have a duel. That's the only way to settle this. So if Alison won, I would shut up. I'd never talk about it again.
Yep.
However, if I won the duel with no fencing training, formal training, may I add, they would have to dissolve the club and move somewhere else.
It all happened very quickly. The phone call with Alison was yesterday.
Yeah,
Before we knew it, it was last night, Liam. We were there, and you took her on. How did Liam go? Let's find out.
You think this wise, boy? Crossing blades with a pirate.
Liam, I arrived to the fencing gym right on time. You were a little late.
Yeah, because I was stuck in traffic.
You live next door to it.
Okay, you got me. I was practicing my kill moves in the lounge room. Whilst I got dressed into my sick armour,
You looked like a beekeeper.
Ben took the opportunity to speak to my challenger.
I asked Alison for her first impressions of Liam.
He's not as tall as would be helpful.
She's saying he's quite short.
Yes. There are taller fences up there.
I can't stand this woman. First she kicks me up with her fencing classes at night next door, and then she insults my honour.
Liam, clearly you're pretty angry. Before the duel, I asked how you were feeling.
I'm ready to straight up kill a 60-year-old woman just to keep the noise down.
Liam, the referee for the bout was 15-year-old Micah.
We asked him who he thought would win.
Don't know, we'll see.
A man of many words, a real young Joe Rogan.
Liam and Alison stood toe-to-toe before they touched swords, and it was tense.
How would you like to die? Would you prefer quick?
I'm in bed, really. It's an old lady.
Not going to happen. I'm sorry. When you agreed to this duel, you lost that privilege.
Oh, that's why we're doing épée, because I can hit you anywhere, anytime.
You know what? I was going to finish you quick, but now I'm going to finish you long and slow.
And you dream.
Let's duel. Let's duel. Let's bloody duel. It was on.
It was the first of 3 points, and Liam sprinted in like a madman.
Oh, you got me!
Yes! Yes! Victory! I received the first point.
Don't celebrate too early, Liam. It turns out you're on the wrong sides, and it was Alison's point.
No, I'm on this side, so I'm on the wrong side.
Okay, Alison's trying to take the rules on me now. Oh, the oldest trick in the fencing book, eh, Alison? The switcheroo. Well, now you've really ruffled my feathers, so I'm going to come in even harder for the second point. He's right in the sternum. Street rolls, is it? Didn't realise he learned how to fence in prison. Okay?
Alison only needed one more point to win the duel, and Liam, defiant until the end, really showed some heart.
I'll see you in hell. Stop making noise. They're in my house. I wake up for breakfast when it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Can't even sleep because of you people.
Liam, you fought bravely, but you lost the duel. It looks like your noisy neighbours at the fencing club are staying put.
That's all right, Alison. You may have won the battle, but you haven't won the war. I'd like to see you fighting the whole city council and the police, because that's who I'm contacting now.
Don't be a bad sport.
We tried to settle this fairly, but now I'm going to be dirty, just like you, that little switcheroo. I know that first point was mine.
Just let it go.
I'll never let it go. We go to the same barber, Ben. We really enjoy it.
I'm a product guy. You not so much. You got a bit of natural sort of zhuzh in the hair. It's sort of naturally wavy and curly.
Yeah, so whenever I get a haircut, they always say, bit of product, and I always say no.
Yeah, I'm always like, chuck it in. Yeah, because my hair, like, whatever length it is, I look like a beetle. Like, it's too. Well, to be honest, when my hair's a bit shorter, I look a little bit like Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber. You know, he's got that really short fringe.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I look like when I don't, like, you know, spike it up a little bit.
Yep.
So I normally buy hair gel, but I got upsold actually when I was in last week, and I bought this dry finish wax spray. It does the same job. It's still like wax, but it's just a spray and it's like a little quicker. Initial thoughts, I hate it.
Yep.
Just like I'm like, oh geez, I've been ripped off here. My hair's like wet whenever I use it, and it's just like it's got like zero hold. Like you really want it to just sort of stay. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I reckon the less wet, the better, and obviously the more hold.
The better, yeah, that's it. Look, you also know this, but my smell's not particularly great. It's not one of the best things I have.
Your smell?
My smell,
yeah. You got a few problems with the inside of your nose.
Yeah, I have to have an operation. And so last night I finally realised what I've actually been doing. So I've actually accidentally been using the Clean and Fresh Citrus Poo Spray.
What?
Which is also in a white can in the bathroom cupboard right next to the dry finish wax spray.
So you were using the poo spray in your hair?
It's like the exact same can. And I was just like, I bought it at the start of the week. And I was like, I might try that stuff. And I was just like opening up the cupboard and and I'm like, it's all wet and there's no hold. Like, this stuff sucks.
Yeah.
I've been walking around with poo hair for like 4 days.
That's wild.
I know it's wild.
Yeah.
13-24-10. What did you get in your hair?
What?
What did you get in your hair? 13-24-10.
What do you mean, like chewing gum and stuff?
Yeah. Poo spray, whatever. Like, whatever. I mean, people get all sorts of stuff in their hair.
Okay.
Sandy, what did you get in your hair?
Yeah, hi. I bought some hairspray. It was a spritz, and I also bought some No More Hair for my bikini line, and I was using the wrong spray.
Oh my gosh! You're kidding.
I was using No More Hair.
So that's like a sort of Veet-esque.
How much damage did it do?
A little. I mean, I haven't got a lot of hair anyway, but I'm sure it did a little bit of damage. Yeah, but no, it's all good.
Oh, Sandy, that's rough.
Frankie, what got in your hair?
Hi, Ben and Liam. I was at my friend's house a couple of years ago, and we were playing with her new Velcro balls. They're like these toys, and then she threw them in my hair.
Yeah.
Oh, come on now.
And they got stuck.
Oh, no.
And they took hours to get out, and we had to...
Are you still friends, or...?
Oh, yeah, we're still friends.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Well, it's good.
And we had to cut them out.
Oh, it's good you were able to see past that. You don't think she was trying to sabotage you and your luscious hair?
No.
Okay.
Well, keep an eye on her, Frankie.
Thanks for that, Frankie.
Monica joins us now. What did you get in your hair?
Yeah, years ago, I saw these two little possums on the road, and they were sitting together, hugging each other. And I thought, oh my God, they're in the middle of the road. I better get out and to try and get, move them off the road. So I went up to them, and they ran up and ran into my hair because I had long curly hair back then.
What? The hair was so long and curly that the possums ran up into your hair?
Yeah, like a tree.
Yeah.
So I thought, hang on a minute, I'll shuffle over to this tree and they might go over there.
Yeah.
And I started walking over the tree with these possums clinging into my hair.
Yeah.
They were babies. They were really cute.
You're right.
And
I think it's got
as
like
soon as
that
I got
too.
over to the side of the road, they ran up into a tree. I was like, oh my God, like, what? They thought I was a tree.
Yeah, that's a crazy story.
Imagine if that was the end of the story. You're like, no, still live there. We've
still there.
We've, made quite the attachment, and now I can make really, fine sort of 5-star culinary delights.
Ben and Liam's unbelievable stories.
Unbelievable. This week, Ben, we have had some absolute bangers so far.
Just like Daniel.
Hey guys, how you going?
Very good, mate. Can you give us your unbelievable story?
Yeah, sure. So, me and a friend of mine, we entered a yacht race back in 2018 from Melbourne to Osaka, Japan. 33 days in total. However, we did have to stop in Cairns for a couple of days because of it. There was actually a cyclone on the way up as well. So,
that wasn't enough to deter you for the month in a boat when there was a cyclone happening?
So you pulled in at Cairns. What happens after that?
So after that, we made our way up through Papua New Guinea, and we were going up along the coast, and I was off shift at the time, and my mate Tom poked his head down and said, "Oh, Dan, I think you better wake up. I think we've got an issue here." So I poked my head out the companionway, and sure enough, there was 2 boats coming directly for us with 3 guys in each boat, full steam ahead, and we were just thinking, oh, God, here we go. These guys were there to take some of our gear, so as they were pulling up alongside.
Daniel, the word on everyone's lips here is pirates. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
This isn't Pirates of the Caribbean. Where's all the rum gone, pirates? This is like Captain Phillips, I am the captain now, sort of.
AK-47 captain.
Exactly. Well, that was the first thing that was going through my head. My heart was racing, and I was thinking, "Yep, it's all over. They're going to get tied up, and it's all done, so to speak."
And then, so they're coming towards you. They board, I'm assuming. What happens?
Yeah, so they pulled up alongside us, told us to pull our sails down, and well, actually, there was only one guy that spoke English, and he said his name was Brian, he definitely didn't look like a Brian, but...
Brian the pirate! Did he have a peg leg? Gar! Me name be Brian! Pull your sails down!
Yeah, so he pulled it down, he said, well, we don't want to hurt you guys, but yeah, we're here to take some of your... want to take some of your stuff. So, essentially, more or less.
So what did they take?
First of all, they asked us if we had any drugs or alcohol on board, and we said no, nothing like that here. We ended up saying to them, "Oh, look, we've actually got the Australian Navy coming up behind us, so we can't really, if you take this stuff, they're going to come and try to find you." Whereas, that was obviously a bit of a bluff, and Brian was sort of staring me down at the time, and
with his one eye.
In the end, I said, "Oh, wait here, guys." I sort of popped downstairs. Ended up getting all this beef jerky that we weren't eating, and I ended up like handing it out to all the guys, and and they loved it. They loved it. They loved the beef jerky, and so they become a bit more friendly after that, and ended up asking us to go back to the island with them, and we said, "No, we can't do that. Not going to go back to the island with you." And the last thing they sort of said was, "Oh, would you mind taking a shipment of illegal drugs back to Australia with you?"
Oh, if you don't mind.
Seeing we're all friends now.
Yeah, since we're all mates. And, so I said, "Oh, look, we're actually on our way to Japan, but what we could do is on the way back to Australia, we might swing through and,
we'll come back to you. Yeah, we'll come back to
you. So... Yeah, I handed them my fake details, and they told me what village they're from, and essentially parted ways. So
that is an unbelievable story.
I mean, that
Daniel.
is amazing, and I love how they just went, "Can you take our drugs for us?" He went, "No," and they went, "All right, well, we'll see you later. Thanks for the jerky." When you thought, like, realistically, international waters, they could have killed you. No one would ever find you. It doesn't really matter. They could have done whatever they wanted with the boat and taken everything. But they seem like actually pretty nice guys. I think pirates get a pretty bad rap,
Besides all the drug smuggling stuff.
Apart from that, like getting the illegal drugs into Australia, like, great guys.
Oh, my God. Daniel, thank you so much for your unbelievable story.
That is amazing.
No worries, guys. Yeah.
Thank you so much. The wonderful Jodie Oddy, g'day.
G'day.
I saw you in at work yesterday in the car park, and you had a little one with you. Does she have COVID or something? I mean, it's a school day. Why was she?
This is the way of the world now with COVID. So my 10-year-old Peyton had one day off this week, and then yesterday morning she said, "I still don't feel well." So we did another rat test. She had one that was negative, and the second was negative. And then I said, "You're going to school. Like, you don't have COVID, mate. Get in your room, get dressed, and you're off." And she's like, bottom lip starts quivering and her eyes start filling with tears. So she clearly didn't feel great. So I've gone, "Oh, you know what? Thursday's my day off. Just stay with mummy." And she was like so excited.
Mum day?
Yeah, mum day. And then I thought, you know what? We're just going to make this a great day.
Yeah.
Why not?
What'd you do?
We went to
spread that COVID everywhere.
But it's funny though, everyone you encounter, I was like, "Oh, this is Peyton. She's off sick, but she doesn't have COVID." You need to explain it to everyone. So we went to the gym in the morning, went for a beautiful walk around the Torrens, came back, she ordered some jelly. At that point, I thought, "You're not sick at all, mate."
Such a kid thing to eat,
Where do you even order jelly?
At the gym.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's ordering? I suppose people's kids having days off, after grinding it out on the bench press. Wouldn't mind a little Freddo Frog and a bit of jelly after that workout. My God.
And so then I took her shopping because we've got a ball on Saturday night and this beautiful sort of Pretty Woman moment where we're choosing between dresses was. She loved it. We went and had sushi for lunch. So it was just a gorgeous day out,
Nice.
one-on-one, which you never do when you've got multiple
She
children.
got to see one half of Nova's FM breakfast show in the car park. That would have been pretty exciting for her.
She was pretty underwhelmed.
Yeah,
Didn't know which one you were.
She was hoping to see Ben, obviously.
This one I always thought was very normal until I met Liam and he said that it wasn't normal. What about for your
No.
kids? I used to always get my birthday off every year.
You got your birthday off.
How wild is that?
You don't give your kids
Guess
the day
what?
off on
Guess
their
what I
birthday.
got? I had to go to school every day, and on my birthday,
Yeah.
I would get a lunch order. But my birthday's the 13th of June, which is quite often the Queen's birthday long weekend. So if it just fell on one of those years, too bad, buddy. Which is, on another hand, like, Mum made me like a lovely lunch every day, so which is actually better because, you know, there's some kids
I reckon
just had to
because
have.
I was the kid that got money all the time in the lunch orders. And
You
then
almost
if
want to do
Dad-
the swap sometimes.
If,
Like,
not really. I loved getting lunch orders. But if Dad couldn't find any money to put in the lunch order, he'd just say, have the day off.
this is
days
wild,
off.
man.
Well, what I'm going to do from now on, because we had such a nice one-on-one day yesterday, is I'm going to rotate my children and pull them out of school. So, because I get these Thursdays off, so I might take Summer out one Thursday, you know, take Harper out of childcare another Thursday.
I would
so
say
I'll never be lonely.
Your kids are going to learn more and grow more spending a day with you than they are at school.
Do you know, and it's also a mental health day for them as well.
Can I have a mummy day with you on Thursdays? I might just like not come to work. I mean, like a bit of jelly, sushi sounds good.
You can, as long as you don't call it a mummy day.
Okay, all right. I'll remember that.
13, 24, 10. Why did you get the day off? Were you a bit like me growing up and you were getting days off left, right and centre? Maybe it was very special when you finally got that day off. Paula joins us now. Good morning, Paula.
So Mum decided that because it was her birthday, she should pull my brother and I out of school and take us to see the movie E.T.
That's awesome. What a great day. E.T. such a good movie as well. Oh,
Yeah.
you enjoy it?
So obviously it was quite a while ago. I was about 7, but yeah.
And so you remember
Yep.
that to this day.
And you know what? You wouldn't have remembered what you did in maths then. In fact, I don't remember what I did in maths in 13 years at school.
Jodie, maybe you can take one of your kids out to go see the new Batman movie.
Oh, that would be horrifying, wouldn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah,
That
no.
would scar 'em.
No.
It's pretty fun. Fitzy from Nova, he texted me, was like, hey, how's Batman? I said, oh, yeah, really good. And he's like, yeah, I'm taking the boys tonight. And I was like, oh, they'll love it, man. That's why I was like, in my head, I'm like, that is going to rock those. They're only young'uns and it's going to rock them.
That's some sort of trauma later in life, isn't it?
Brooke joins us now. Good morning, Brooke. Why'd you get the day off?
So when I was younger, my mum let me have the day off to go to Big Day Out.
Oh, how is that?
Oh, my God.
Which one was it, Brooke?
It was the one when My Chemical Romance got back together.
2012, Kasabian,
Yeah.
MyCam, Soundgarden. I was there. I had the day off of school. Hot day. I was right up the front. Were you like close to the front for My Chemical Romance?
Yeah, Hilltop Hoods was playing beforehand.
Yeah, I remember.
And so I was right up the front during
Do you know-
Hilltop Hoods waiting for my camp.
I got slagged on by the bassist of My Chemical Romance.
Oh, and it was the best day of your life.
Yeah, it was like that emo time with that spitting on kids was cool. And Brooke, do you remember who was on the skate ramp next to My Chemical Romance?
No, I don't remember.
Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk
What?
was
Oh, was he? In Adelaide?
Literal Tony Hawk was skating in Adelaide at the Big Day Out. That's
so cool.
It was like the best day ever. That's worth having the day off of
Have
school.
you not just spent the last 15 minutes saying how strict your parents were and they made you go to school
No,
every
but
single day?
This is the thing, though. My mum also had to come to that festival with me.
You went to Big Day Out with your
Yeah.
mum?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. So, Mum, I suppose Mum got slagged on a little bit, but no, I can't as well. No, there was a lot of supervision going on. Yeah.
I think your mum was the one going, spit on me, spit on me.
Ben, we went on our chicken adventure to New Zealand. We got in and out of Auckland within 24 hours. We wouldn't have been able to do it without the help of a man who is behind one of the biggest travel companies in South Australia, Phil Hoffman. And we actually got to speak to the man himself. I call him the Hoff myself. He joins us now. Phil Hoffman, how you doing?
Good morning, boys. No, good, thank you.
You were literally, I like how your name is a brand. Most of the time when it's like the name, that person like died 100 years ago, but you are the living, breathing Phil Hoffman from Phil Hoffman Travel.
That's true.
I must admit, I knew the brand Phil Hoffman Travel, but I didn't realise there was actually
It's like
a Phil Hoffman.
A real Phil.
Yeah.
And I got such a kick out of that I was thinking we could do this morning. I know it's a long shot. 13, 24, 10. Are you the name behind the brand? I didn't expect any calls for this, but
it has lit up,
It
Liam.
seems like it's going quite well. We're going to move to our first caller, Susanna Toop. Is this as in Toop and Toop?
It is.
Oh
Hi,
my
guys.
God! Right. So, is there two Toops in the business? Are you the first or the second Toop?
Oh, look, there are plenty of Toops in the business. Mum and Dad were the original Toops in the business,
Yeah,
so Anthony and Sylvia. And then there's my sister and I, my brother-in-law, and also my uncle. So,
Well, I never realised that the Toop part of Toop and Toop was the last name of Toop.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mum and Dad. So 36 years ago now. It was. I think also Dad said that sounded like when they very first started out, it sounded like if you repeated the name twice, it sounded like there's a lot more people involved in the business.
No, it's a good way of looking at it. Is there any little baby Toops to keep the Toop thing going along?
There are. We've got a Toop crash here as well. So my next is old. We've got my little boy who's 9 months, almost 9 months, and my sister's got a second little boy who's 9 months as well. So
that is wild.
I love now knowing the backstory. When I drive past a Toop and Toop sign, I know what's going on.
We'll think of you, Susanna. Thank you so much for your call. We're going to move now to JP Drake, as in Drake's Supermarket.
That's me.
Yeah, here we go.
We've spoken to you before, JP, but that is wild. And is your dad the original Drake, or was there a Drake before him?
Yeah.
He is the original Drake back in 1974.
Wow. Hell of a Drake.
Good stock.
Who's going to get the Drake throne after you? Do you know?
Well, I hope it's me. Would that go?
Oh, true, right. So you're like the Charles at the moment. Yeah,
you don't want to skip you.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Because I don't know if there's like a younger, like a William, like a better looking one, maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's probably better looking, but they're a little bit too young now. So there's a bunch of the kids coming through that I should be very alarmed at, I have to admit. I'm actually starting to get worried about it now.
Yeah.
You know, I'm close to 50 now, so maybe I'm getting a bit on. Maybe it's time for me to move on.
Well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, we'll be following it closely. The game of Supermarket Thrones.
All right, so we've had Toop and Toop. We've had Drake.
Drakes. I really hope this is who I think it is. Neville Mannix.
Yes, speaking.
Mannix Air Conditioning.
That's right.
Yeah, Mannix.com.au.
So, Neville, are you the original Mannix that started the business?
Yes, I did. I started the business 55 years ago.
55 years ago. And did you come up with the jingle? Because it scorched into every South Australian's minds.
Yes, along with my advertising agent. Collectively, we come up with that, and it seems to have stood the test of time.
I love if you were the woman singing it. That's actually me, boys.
I must admit, I'm a little bit surprised that we actually got Neville Mannix to call the show.
This is huge.
I never thought I'd be talking to a Mannix.
I also didn't have you down as a listener, Neville, but thank you so much. We're asking you, if you're the name behind the brand, to please give us a call, 13 24 10. We've got one here from Dina Wallace. I mean, not like Wallace Cinema, is it?
It sure is, and it's Deanna Wallace.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Deanna
Wallace.
Okay.
This is huge. Congratulations on being a Wallace. Do you get to go to the movies for free?
Yeah, look, everyone thinks that, but we like to lead by example, and when we do go to the movies, we do pay for our tickets in Candy Bar most of the time.
I must admit, I thought Wallace Cinema was just a man called Wallace, like Wallace Foster or something like that, but I didn't realise Wallace was the last name. So are you the original, or is it a grandparent, maybe a parent?
So I'm the fourth generation of the family.
Whoa.
So it was founded by my great-grandfather over 70 years ago.
Oh, right. And he got into a fight with his partner, Hoyts, and then they split off, and you've been fighting a cinema war ever since.
Thank you so much, Deanna.
That was incredible.
Oh. It's time for a big debate.
It's a debate, a big debate. Who will win medallion?
Ben and I have 30 seconds each. We go head to head. It's up to the jury to decide who is the victor. Now, obviously, this weekend, a lot of people are going to be heading into cinemas to see the new Doctor Strange film.
Yep.
Doctor Strange, something in the multiverse. I don't know what the hell a multiverse is. The movies were confusing enough before they started doing that.
It's when there's an infinite amount of dimensions, Liam.
Yeah. It's a lot to get through in 2 hours. Either way, I'm not a big fan. That's why the topic is Marvel movies suck. I'm saying they do, Ben. You're saying no way. You love Marvel movies.
I have seen every single Marvel movie. I haven't gone into the TV shows. I know they exist as well. But so much that recently my wife Sam and I, we went back and we re-watched all the Marvel movies in the right order so that each one finishes where the other one starts.
You say recently, have you been doing that over the last 4 years? You've been watching a movie every night? There's a lot of them.
All right, so I'm saying they don't suck. 30 seconds on the clock. You're lying to yourself if you think there's something better than going to the cinemas, sucking down a litre of frozen Coke and then dipping your sticky little mitts into a buttery popcorn and watching Mickey Rourke whip the ass out of Robert Downey Jr. with an electric whip. You got Paul Rudd, who's the size of an ant. You got a shirtless Chris Hemsworth with a beer gut. Samuel L. Jackson wearing an eye patch. What's not to love? If you're saying Marvel sucks, you're also saying Titanic, Avatar and Star Wars sucks because it's made more than all of those movies in the box office and it's owned by Disney, the American multinational mass media entertainment conglomerate. So, you know they're not in it for the money, they're in it for the love of cinema.
Oh my God. Falser words never spoken. I know that's not the expression, but I had to change it a little bit on your account.
All right, you ready to go, Lem?
Yeah. Obviously, Marvel missed the memo on quality over quantity. They're churning 50 of these turds out a year. Does the world really need 4 Thors, 3 Ant-Mans, 2 Doctor Strangers, 1 Morbius? They're all the same. A villain comes in, they go, uh-oh, we've got company. They beat the villain, and then they deliver some goofy Scooby-Doo line. I don't get it. You sit through 2 hours of crap, then you sit through the credits so you can see a scene foreshadowing the next load of crap that you're going to go see a month later. I wish I was the big purple thumb man Thanos so I could click my fingers and make the whole franchise disappear.
You say you don't like them, but I know you've seen a fair few of them.
Courtney joins us now. What do you think? Do you reckon Ben's right? Are Marvel movies great or do they suck?
Marvel movies are amazing. I do admit, I go with my husband. He's there for the movie. I'm more for the popcorn and all the sweets. So, but yeah, I'm still going with Ben for sure.
Whether you're there for the movie, the popcorn doesn't matter. Either way, you're loving that Marvel movie.
You can eat popcorn and not be in the movie. You know, you can go anywhere.
That is a point to me. Helen, who won the big debate? Was it me or was it Liam?
Oh, definitely Liam. Ben, you cannot say they don't do it for money. Do you know how much they've grossed? $26 billion.
Yeah.
It just goes to show how many stupid people are out there, Ben, like, you know, people we know on the radio.
Yeah.
You know
I'm saying money doesn't lie, Helen.
Got that.
Money talks the truth, and they're the highest grossing film of all time.
It appeals to the masses. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that's necessarily a good thing. Well, anyway, you wouldn't believe this, but it's all come down to Antonio. He has the deciding vote on who wins the big debate, whether it be Ben or myself.
Boys, how you going? Ben and Lem.
Good, Antonio.
Well, I actually do come into this without any preconceived ideas because I've never seen any Marvel movie ever.
Really?
Yep. Look, boys, here's the thing. Your debates, they're getting better, finally. You both had very strong debates today. Liam, you talked about the movies being too long. There's too many of them. You need too much prior knowledge. I think that's why I've never seen one. I just feel like I'm too far behind.
Yeah.
Although I did see the one scene, like, where Thor runs into that Led Zeppelin song.
Oh,
yeah.
No, I'll give you that. That is actually really cool, yeah.
Do you know what? I didn't think I'd do this 2 weeks in a row, but Liam, you are the winner.
Oh, come on. That was a debate. A big debate. We now have the winner.
Antonio, if you're not into Marvel movies, in your rumpus room, what's your go-to movie, mate?
Oh, Godfather.
Of course it is.
We're singing about Stardust.
We are fast approaching Christmas, and what do you think when you think Christmas as far as suburbs go?
I think of Marion.
That's it. The Marion Shopping Centre. A lot of people doing their Christmas shopping there at the moment. And yeah, I know. Last week I decided to do a suburb song about dance music, and there was minimal lyrical content.
In fact, I would say a lot of it had no lyrical content.
It was a bit of a lazy one last week. I think we can all agree.
Yeah. But having said that, I've seen you doing a lot of work on this one.
Yeah. And I think it'll be a good one. I mean, Marion's a big place. A lot of people live there. A lot of people familiar with the swimming centre and shops and yada yada. So I was thinking maybe like a bit of a modern pop classic. Like this sort of stuff.
And it's also got a Christmassy vibe.
Yeah, it's got the bells. That's why I was thinking.
Yeah.
So just follow my lead, yeah?
Okay, got you.
We'll go line for line.
It's a summer night. We've got some Christmas shopping to do. Hey baby, I think we're gonna Marion. We'll drive around for hours, looking for a f***ing car park. Who cares, baby, because we're at Marion. Well, there's a bubble and ping boy toy, bed, bath and table and boost. On level 2, in the food court.
And all you can eat Pizza Hut next door on Morford Road.
Be a fat toad. Get the cheesy crust.
Don't go to DTE.
Go to Marion.
It's the best Westfield in town.
But the car park is a nightmare.
'Cause it's a Thursday night. The mall rats have got some ordering to do.
Hey Mum, can I get a lift to Marion?
I wanna smoke with my friends next to New York Bar and Grill.
And the grill, yeah, it used to be a Hungry Jack's.
Hey Ben,
Yeah.
you know how you always stop down in the middle of the suburb songs?
Yeah.
Why haven't you done that this morning?
Because today's been really good.
Yeah, we've just been flowing, haven't we?
Yeah.
Just going line for line.
Yeah.
Riffing.
Exactly.
I feel like we're on the same level.
Me too.
I love you.
Hey?
Hey Ben, I think I wanna marry you.
Liam, you didn't change the lyrics on that last line.
I know what I said.
I don't want to marry you.
Well, that's very upsetting.
Ben and Liam is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.